Good morning. Let's talk about values.
It's the drawing show. It's the drawing show.
Welcome, friends. Values. Why are they important? And how do they work? And what's going on? Here's a quick demonstration about how important the context of values are in their surrounding areas. So I'm going to shade in two boxes. Box number 1 and box number 2. They both look almost identical. Tried to get the shading to be as close to the same as possible. So where they're living right now, on this page, in their space, looks pretty much the same. But watch what happens when I take box number 1 and I surround it in a dark field of graphite. It's not even completely surrounded yet, and it's already starting to change. What is happening to box number 1? I haven't actually done anything to box number 1. What I've done is changed where it lives. I've changed its surroundings. And its surroundings have affected the way that it looks. So box number 1 looked way lighter than box number 2 because of the context in which it sat. So how do we implement that into our drawings? How do we think about that in relation to the values that we put down on our portraits or whatever type of drawing, painting, whatever you're doing? How do we look at the values that are playing with each other or playing off of each other? Let's take a quick look. So this was an unfinished demo portrait that I worked on. I don't remember if I actually posted that or not, but I'm going to use this guy to quickly demonstrate a little bit of that, of what was going on with the boxes. I'm just quickly filling in a little bit of detail. Now, what I'm about to do with this guy, I wouldn't do at this stage of the drawing typically. I would get him a little bit more finished or closer to being finished before I started laying in what I'm about to lay in. But just for the sake of this demonstration, he's going to work. So I'm going to do some quick blocking in, shading on his face. Mainly, we're going to focus in on this right lower side. but I'm going to add in a little bit more as well, just so that we get a better idea, a fuller idea, and more context of what we're doing. Darken in around the eyes, above the eyes, because of where the brow overhangs. Sides of the head that are obstructed from light. I'm going to go in a little bit darker on this bottom right side, like I said. And with how much I've shaded, that part of the jaw actually looks pretty dark. Not super dark, but pretty dark, especially in relation to its surroundings. But watch what happens as I darken around the face, or in life it would be it's the background behind the head. Just like when I filled in that dark space behind the square, what I had shaded in the square became, or looked, it appeared to be a lot lighter. And already, that part that I've shaded on the face, look how much lighter it looks now. And that should really contextualize and show you how much further you can push your values. And the interplay between each value and how they affect the surrounding areas of your drawing. So each value is not only important individually, but they affect the surrounding values a lot more than sometimes we think. So not only is that darker shading on his face getting a little bit lighter, but we are getting a higher contrast between the background and that face. And what's happening actually, that face is coming out a little bit more at us, isn't it? We're using lines to block in where things are going, but we're using shading and a value system to indicate form and some sort of three-dimensional feel. Now this will also happen, I'm going to show you just a little bit of how the cast shadow from his chin and jawline onto his neck, that is going to be a darker area than his actual chin and jawline. And that will bring out his chin, or bring forward his chin towards the viewer. So we're talking about contrast between these values, and we're talking about the context of where they are and in relation to each other. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, go ahead and hit like, subscribe. If you want to hear more about values, and we can talk more about how they work with each other, or any other subject really, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you want to learn more about when it comes to drawing. And yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it, man. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Ta-ta.